Okay, just to kind of reflections on Monday, that point. Will it feel an even better point if you take 3 on Saturday?
I think that'd probably be the case, Scott. Yeah, I think reflection on Monday stayed the same really after the game. How I see it, two good sides, and I think overall pleased with getting out with a point, and we move on now to a busy schedule, which is a tough game on Saturday away from home against a good side who are very good at home as well, and then going to another game in quick succession in terms of midweek. So yeah, we need to back up another result. Like we've said, I think 16 unbeaten now. We need to keep that going, and we go to full intentions of trying to get 3 points at the weekend.
The team's having a fabulous season. You're right in the thick of a promotion campaign. You've obviously done an awful lot right this season. Do you concern yourself too much that perhaps some people on the outside look at your team and feel as though they're at times boring to watch? Does that bother you that much, or you're not too fussed?
No, it doesn't bother me too much. I think it's like anything. This is not... Defensively, we've been pretty, like I said, remarkable. We've been very, very good on the defensive phase. That's not the way that I see solely us wanting to get promoted. We want both sides. That's not a sole decision on us, or certainly me as a coach and us as players and us as a group, that okay, let's just be this defensively really rock solid team that get to the end of the season and hope we get promoted. We want both. That's the intention. Every day we're trying to be this defensively rock solid team, and on the flip side of that, trying to be an attacking, free-flowing team that looks the full package. And after 7 months of this season, and after a brand new group coming in, the absolute reality is that that can't fully happen in such a quick space of time. We've put a ton of work in, like we've said, to build a group which is united together, and a defensive unit that has been clearly evident of the bulk of work what's gone in, and the players that are seeing that. And on the flip side, there's elements constantly, which I keep saying, that we're trying to nudge along. So, like I said, if anyone was out there believing that we're all sitting here, or I'm sitting here going, yeah, this is us and this is what we're going to be, then that's not the case. This is a progress. This is us trying to develop, and we're going to maintain that. It was only a week ago we scored 5 goals against Plymouth, and maybe some will just sit there and easily say, oh, well, that's probably what should happen. If only the game was that easy. And perception of teams, or perception of what a table looks like, or players on team sheets, is vastly different to what the reality is. And we scored goals there, and at the weekend or Monday night we don't score against Leeds, who are top of the league. And likewise, a team that are already XG in around about 1.8, 2-point goals a game, we reduce them to about 0.37. And I get they're just numbers, but we didn't score against Leeds. And quickly the narrative swings that we're a really boring team, and that was the game. It wasn't a classic. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. I get that absolutely, totally. Was that intention, or was that our intention to go into that game? No, our intention was to go into that game fundamentally to put a marker down for us to replicate what we did against Plymouth. We didn't manage to do that, and what we did manage to do was pretty incredible on the defensive side of things. What we didn't manage to execute was us trying to be a bit of a threat, and we keep working on that, Scott.
You're trying to win a promotion for the 3rd time from this division, having done it with Bournemouth and with Fulham. And I was looking at the strikers you had at Fulham and the striker that you had at Bournemouth. Obviously finished the season with loads of goals. How much satisfaction are you getting that at the minute you're doing it in a different way with this Burnley side compared to Bournemouth, compared to Fulham?
Yeah. I think it's like anything. There's different teams, different players, and again, the differences between them two, you can highlight individuals, but it's probably the bulk of work as well, which is different profile in certain areas. As coaches, I think we've often said that, and certainly me as a coach, you're constantly working on where your asset is, or where your players are comfortable. And like I said, I don't think that's down to solely personnel. I think this is down to us as a group and us as a team structuring attacks a little bit better, being a little bit more forceful for sure, a bit more of an intent, working on our final ball in certain areas, and being in positions that we can dominate and create better chances. And if we can do that, which we're working on, then for sure we'll see a better outcome on that.
Portsmouth this weekend. They seem to be a very different side at home compared to being away from. I know they lost their last home game, but prior to that, I think they won 4 on the spin. Yeah. Down at Fratton Park, how difficult on opposition are they?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Exactly how you see it is exactly how I'm seeing it at home. They're a real force. Lost their last game, but previous to that they were unbeaten in 7 at home. So, aggressive team that come front foot at home. You know, I think we've been in that stadium. It's a tight stadium, and I think obviously have a real go. So there's a difficult game for us ahead of us at the weekend, as always. We'll fully respect what we're going to face here, and first and foremost, we'll understand the challenges of what Portsmouth are going to possess, really, and respect that. On the flip side, we'll try and go there and execute a game plan that can get us the 3 points and get us moving, really.
Yeah, and you mentioned that last away performance. That's pretty happy memories for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. So that we're coming out the back of a away performance. We've been good on the road. Touch wood when I say that. We've been good on the road. And like I said, I think that's come down to us understanding game dynamics in certain moments, maybe game dynamics of oppositions and what we faced. So yeah, hopefully we can keep moving in that.
In terms of the transfer window, Scott, is there anything that you can say?
There isn't at the moment, Scott. No. Look, at this present moment in time, I don't know how many days we've got left, but there's not much at this present moment in time to really speak about or comment on. I see some things being put out there, but really it's the crazy world of transfer windows and the speculation, and sometimes the things that make you really smile, because there's at this present moment in time nothing in that sense. We're looking recruitment, and us as a club, we need to make the right decisions. We don't want to jump into things that ain't going to improve us or certainly put us or put the club in any way in the wrong position, really. So we've got our eye on things, but we'll see how the next few days transpire to see if something can happen.
Would you be pretty okay if nothing happened in terms of recruitment?
Well, I think, like always, I think there's an element here in January where you would want to try and improve things, and certainly in areas you want to try and improve that. But like I said, I wouldn't want to be jumping onto things. We've got a very good squad here and a group of lads here which are really together, and we'll keep working with that group tirelessly like we have been. And we'll see if something comes up. If something comes up and it makes sense, it's going to improve us. And like I said, financially it makes sense to us. We'll be on that.
Cheers. Good luck. Thank you.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Hi, Scott. You spoke previously about you expect players to leave before Monday night. Do you still expect that to be the case?
Probably not so much now. It's still maybe an option for us. Again, it's just the transfer, the winter transfer window is. You just have to be reactive sometimes. It's just such a difficult window. It's a small window, and certain players or certain clubs may come for certain players in that, and it could be from one day to the next. So we'll see. I couldn't comment either way. I wouldn't want to sit here and say, there's players not leaving, and they do, and so we'll see.
People like Shandy, Sambo, Matrez are not featuring. They maybe depart before the window?
Maybe there's a possibility on certain players who obviously have not had a lot of game time, who want to get game time. There could be an option there.
You'll be asked a lot, won't you, about players that might be signing, but it's important as well to keep hold of your best players in a window like this with so much on the line, second half of the season. Yeah,
I mean, look, it's never every manager and every football club never won. That's why it's such a hard window. You never want to lose your best players, and we're exactly in that same position. We sit where we do in the league. We've done really well at this point. We want to keep this group together as much as we can.
Injury latest, is anything new to report ahead of Saturday?
No, not really. No, everyone who you'd expect to be fit is fit. Boys starting to come back now, or certainly being on the grass and training with us more. Edmund, Enoch, Benny, Ramsey, still probably a little bit as more of a Ramsey certainly just edging a little bit closer. The other boys are starting to participate a little bit more fully in training. Still need more work. So we're heading in the right direction with them boys.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.